You are an immensely powerful being, but maybe you aren't able to harness your power to create the results you want. In this video, I'm going to teach you the foundation for creating sustainable self-discipline so you can thrive. I'm Briana Borten, and I help people awaken to their highest selves. For support in creating your sacred life, reaching your potential, and expanding your consciousness, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to get alerted when I post a new video every Monday. In my course, Harness Your Power, how to create literally anything you want through self-discipline, I've taught hundreds of people the exact process necessary to have sustainable and soulful self-discipline. And I want to share with you some of the fundamental aspects of that work so you can get started on your journey as well. The first step is to access your inner power. You do this by becoming aware of the bullshit stories you tell yourself. So these are all the ways in which you allow your mind to run away with you and allow you to tell yourself these horrible stories about your capacity and capability. We really have to become aware of those stories first and foremost so that we can start nipping them in the bud. The second part of that is to fully accept yourself and your emotions. And this really helps with those bullshit stories that you tell yourself every single day. So really moving into full acceptance of yourself and your emotions. And the next part of accessing your power is forgiveness. Forgiving your past, forgiving yourself, forgiving all beings for everything always. And that really opens us up to be able to access that power. The next step in accessing your inner power is to do inner child versus inner authority processes, where you really start to notice and navigate who's really running the show here. Our inner child who maybe wants things a certain way, or inner authority who is calm and patient and able to move us forward in the direction that we want to go. The next part of accessing your inner power is learning to have self-discipline that isn't based on self-denial, because self-discipline based on self-denial isn't sustainable. And so we really have to work on creating self-discipline that is actually sustainable and able to come through all the time, that isn't about restriction, but actually about shifting so that what we want feels good to us. And sometimes that's a mind shift, and sometimes we actually have to put things in place so that we can actually lean into doing what feels good, because that is much more sustainable. The second part to really harnessing your power is to activate soulful discipline. And we do this in a few different ways. One is to access the new you that can achieve anything. So really putting that new you up front and center, because you are so capable and so able to do anything you want to do. You just have to move that part of you into your awareness and start seeing the world through that lens. The second step in activating the soulful discipline is declaring what you want to create for yourself and your life. This is really important that you're clear and that you declare it, that you know what you want. And then it's important to learn how to resource yourself. Often we get all gung-ho, like right after the first of the year, or maybe after your birthday, or maybe after a really soulful retreat in Costa Rica. But then we dwindle, right? We kind of go back to the way things were. We lose our momentum. We're not sure actually how to get back to that place. And it's important that you know what resources you have. These are resources like making sure you have enough sleep, making sure that your self-care is on fleek, making sure that you have community that supports you, and whatever else you need. You need to know what resources you, and then make sure that those are big to-dos every day so you can take that energy and make things happen. The next part in activating the soulful discipline is really learning to trust yourself. So many of us have broken so many agreements in our life with others and with ourselves. We say that we are going to get all our YouTube videos done. That was me today. Or we say we're going to really focus on our business, but then we don't. And when we don't, we break our self-trust with ourselves. And the thing to do is really to start repairing that. So there's no shame or blame if that has happened to you. It's just to notice and to start shifting things so that you can really learn to trust yourself, so that your word, the things that you say are going to happen, and you can really lean into yourself in that way. So I have a question for you. How much do you trust yourself right now to do what you say you'll do? Tell me in the comments. So this could be on a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being I don't trust myself at all, I don't even brush my teeth when I say I'm going to 10 being I trust myself. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to make sure it happens, or if something comes up, I'm going to communicate and clean it up. So just tell me, where are you? And see if you can notice this without any judgment or shame. This is just where we are, and knowing where we are really helps us move forward. The last part of activating your soulful discipline is setting the stage for success. Whether this is creating a structure for yourself so that you know you'll do exactly what you say you're going to do, or maybe it's about creating a community of people around you who are going to elevate you and hold you accountable and remind you of what you want to do and why. The third and last step to harnessing your power is to apply your will. And we do this in a few different ways. We do this first by realizing your power. And when I talk about this, what I mean is like your power is already there. It's not like you have to create it and build it. It's there. It's more about starting to make it be seen out into the world. So you start to see that your power is real. And as you start to notice it, it gains momentum. And then you really start to see how important it is and how useful it is to harness this immense power that you have. The next part of applying your will is making systems to support what you want. So really making sure that you are clear, which we got clear before, that you have the way in which you're going to do it, and that you have a flow to your day that really supports making sure that happens. We get into all of this so much more in my course, Harness Your Power. And this is one of those that I could talk about for a whole video, but making sure that you have systems to support what you want is really important. And then you need to take action. Take action that support your goals, that really help you get what you want. And after you've developed all this self-trust that we've already looked at, then taking action is more of a natural consequence of saying that you're going to do something and having the structure in place and then making sure that it happens. And then you also want to make sure that you create healthy boundaries, because one of the things that gets in our way a lot of self-discipline is interruptions on our energy or requests for us to do things that maybe aren't actually aligned with what we want to create in our lives, but we don't have really great boundaries. So create healthy boundaries and you'll have so much more self-discipline. The last part of applying your will is to reinvigorate yourself. So remember your why. Why are you doing this? What is the whole purpose? And really allowing yourself to tap back into the passion that'll really help you stay more on purpose, and then self-discipline comes more naturally. So making sure that you're reinvigorating yourself, taking good care of yourself so that you have the energy to have really great self-discipline. So now you have an amazing basis for self-discipline. If you want to take it any deeper, I encourage you to join me in Harness Your Power, how to create literally anything you want with self-discipline. It's an incredible, powerful 90-minute course that will help you up-level your self-discipline in a soulful and sustainable way. If you liked this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. And check out my other videos like this heart-opening meditation video and this video on connecting to your inner power. I know they're both going to help you so much. Sending you so much love.